Greenville, South Carolina is one of the fastest growing cities in the Southeast, and South Carolina itself is one of the top states that people are moving to from all over the country. And in today's video, I'm breaking down exactly why that is and what that means for you as a future resident of this town. I'm Jaclyn Burrows, your local Greenville, South Carolina realtor and community guide, and I'm here to help you make confident moves to the Greenville and Upstate South Carolina areas. So first up, let's talk about Greenville's economic and population growth. So over the last 5 years, we've had over a 4% increase in our population. Greenville itself, like the city of Greenville, houses about 74,000 people, but the greater Greenville, Spartanburg, Anderson area covers almost 1.6 million people. That's obviously a larger portion than just Greenville City, but I did feel like it was important to note all of the major metro upstate areas because that kind of gives you an indicator of where our population is, and it's only going to continue to increase. Places like U-Haul just rated us as one of the top states that people are constantly moving to from Florida, the north, and out west. People are literally flocking here, mainly because it's a perfect opportunity for job growth, lifestyle, affordability, and quality of life overall. We have major employers like BMW and Michelin and GE that house their headquarters here in Greenville that supply a lot of our jobs in the area. Greenville's becoming a magnet for tech companies, engineering firms, and remote workers. We also have more manufacturers coming in. If any of you are familiar with Milo's Sweet Tea, they just opened up a new manufacturing plant right here in Greenville. With more diversified economies, higher paying wages, things like that, demand also increases, which obviously brings me to the next point of housing trends and housing affordability. Now, our Greenville County average for 2024 as far as housing prices go was right above that $350,000 mark, and that is still a very affordable price point, especially when we look at prices of where everyone's coming from. So if you're in Florida or New York or California, housing is drastically more expensive there, and $350,000 compared to those other places is a lot lower and a lot more affordable. You're going to get a lot more house and bang for your buck. So we're having a huge population and demand growth influx from people and from manufacturing and companies, and it's driving housing prices and demand up with it. But we are still in an incredibly affordable price point for a lot of people. With that being said, the 2025 market is drastically different than what it was a few years ago. Homes are starting to sit a little longer. We're working our way back towards a more balanced market. And so from a buyer standpoint, you have a lot more negotiation power than you did 2-3 years ago. Now, beware, because even though homes are sitting longer, if the home is priced well and it's in a highly sought after area, they are still going fairly quick. So you still need to be on top of your game and ready to move if you're looking to buy a home anytime soon. And obviously, certain areas in Greenville County itself are going to be more expensive than others. The closer you get to downtown, the more expensive the houses are going to be versus the further out you get. You're going to have a little bit more wiggle room within that price. But overall, we do have a lot of other places beat, not just surrounding us, but across the United States as well, for housing affordability, and that's probably one of the #1 reasons that we get people here and moving here to this area. Greenville also isn't just growing from a population standpoint, it's evolving and expanding. Our local legislators here are doing a lot to the infrastructure to make sure that we are trying to keep up with all of this population demand as quickly as possible, and also to make Greenville a really incredible place to live. So things like fixing and updating the I-85, I-385 interstate, expanding public transportation services, expanding the Swamp Rabbit Trail, building more parks, building more communities, lifestyles. They are doing a lot within the community. I mean, there is so much development happening in this community that is expected to be finished over the next 5 to 10 years. And it's a lot of exciting growth opportunities that are headed this way. And so just know that even if you are moving here, Greenville is going to continue to grow And with growth comes growing pains, and a lot of that means infrastructure and construction over the next 5 to 10 years. But really the bottom line is that Greenville's just no longer a hidden gem. It's much more of a polished, dynamic, fast-rising city that's maintaining its local charm. If Greenville is on your radar for 2025 to make the move, then there are some things that you need to know, right? One, you've already heard me mention it, but the housing market is cooling off just a little bit. We're moving back towards more of a balanced market. As a buyer, you're going to have a little bit more negotiation room, but properties that are priced well and in highly sought after areas are still moving fairly quickly, so you need to be ready to go as quick as possible. The second thing I would say is know your neighborhoods. What exactly are you looking for? Know the lifestyle of downtown Greenville. Know the kind of lifestyle you're going to get in the Greer-Taylors area versus Simpsonville and Five Forks. All of these little townships within Greenville County are going to offer you something different, and you need to know and be aware of what those lifestyles are and the amenities that come with them. I have an entire series here on this channel that breaks down each little township and the pros and cons and what you can find in each. So make sure you go check out some of those other videos if you're curious and you're not familiar with some of those other townships and what they might offer you. Obviously, my third tip here is to plan for growth. Again, you've heard me say it throughout this video. Greenville's going to continue to grow. It's not going to stop. We have people moving to South Carolina and to Greenville all day, every day. And the trends are suggesting that that is going to continue well into the next decade. And that means demand and prices are going to go up. I know that the Greenville market's growing fast, but don't let that overwhelm you. It doesn't have to be overwhelming. Pairing up with a realtor and community guide to help you in this process is going to make your life a lot easier. So if you're ready to explore homes in the Greenville area, I would absolutely love to help you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe below, and make sure you stick around for more videos if you want more insights on the Greenville real estate market trends.